Minneapolis in November doesn't warn you. It just gets colder. That Thanksgiving morning, I pulled a bourbon-glazed turkey from my oven at 6 a.m. 3 homemade pies sat cooling on my counter. $700 in wrapped gifts waited by my door. I'd been paying my family's bills for 2 years. $15,400. Car payments, groceries, dental surgery, mortgage. My mother's text said, "Dinner at 4. Just immediate family this year." I thought I was immediate family. I counted 7 chairs at their table. My sister's fiancé got one. His sister, a woman I'd never met, got one. I didn't. That's when I learned the difference between being family and being useful. By midnight, I'd made 3 decisions that cost them everything I'd been giving. They called me cruel. I called it arithmetic. Let me back up. My name's Clara, 31, marketing director for a tech company downtown, single, no kids. The kind of life my mother refers to as still getting settled, even though I've been in the same apartment for 4 years and make more than anyone else in my family. My sister Paige is 27, engaged to a guy named Troy she met at a CrossFit gym 9 months ago. Troy does something with crypto, or maybe fitness supplements. Honestly, I stopped asking because the answer changed every time. Paige works retail when the hours are good. When they're not, well, that's where I came in. For 2 years, I'd been the safety net nobody acknowledged but everyone used. When Dad's consulting work dried up and the mortgage was 2 months behind, I wired $4,200. No fanfare, no thank you card. Just a text from Mom. "You're a lifesaver." When Paige's car got repossessed, I co-signed on a new loan. Been paying $517 every month since June. 6 months. $3,100 so far. When Mom kept putting off her dental surgery because insurance wouldn't cover it, I paid the whole thing. $3,600. She smiled easier after that. Never mentioned the bill again. I didn't mind. That's what you do, right? You show up for people. You help when they need it. So that Thanksgiving morning, I showed up. The apartment smelled like brown sugar and cinnamon, butter and bourbon. I'd gotten up at 5 to baste the turkey one last time. The pies, pumpkin, pecan, apple, sat in a neat row, cooling on wire racks. The gifts were wrapped in that expensive paper that doesn't crease. Bows. I'd tied myself because I had the time and I wanted them to look special. I checked my phone while pouring coffee. Mom's text from the night before. "Dinner at 4. Just immediate family this year." Immediate family. I liked that. Something smaller, more personal. Just us. I had no idea I was the only one still playing by those rules. By 3:30, I was loading everything into my car. The turkey in a covered roasting pan. The pies balanced in a cardboard box. The gifts filled my back seat. Dad's leather wallet with his initials embossed on it. Mom's noise-canceling headphones she'd been hinting about. The KitchenAid mixer Paige had been circling in every store we visited together. The drive to Edina took 20 minutes. Their neighborhood always looked better in winter. The frost made everything clean, pristine. Like nothing bad could happen here. The driveway was already full when I pulled up. Dad's truck, Mom's SUV, Paige's sedan, the one with my name on the loan paperwork, and a silver Audi I didn't recognize. New. Expensive. Troy's, probably. I parked on the street, grabbed the turkey, walked up the driveway carefully because the frost made everything slippery. I should have known something was wrong when nobody came outside to help. Paige opened the door before I could knock. She was wearing the navy sweater I'd bought her last Christmas. The cashmere one she said was too nice to wear but apparently wasn't too nice for today. "Oh, Clara. Hey." Not happy. "Thanksgiving." Not "come in. Let me help you with that turkey." Just, "Oh." I stepped inside anyway. The house smelled right. Garlic and sage, butter and warmth. Football murmured from the living room. Dad's voice. Another man's voice. Laughter. Then I saw it. The dining room table. Fully set. Candles already lit. Place cards in Mom's perfect handwriting. The kind she uses when she wants things to look formal. I counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 place settings. Dad, Mom, Paige, Troy, Uncle Rick, Aunt Diane, and someone named Kennedy. I scanned the table twice, looking for mine. It wasn't there. Mom? I called toward the kitchen, still holding the turkey. She appeared in the doorway, dish towel over her shoulder. Her smile froze when she saw me. Clara, I thought I texted you. You did. You said 4 o'clock. I'm here. She glanced at Paige. Something silent passed between them. Not confusion, recognition, like they'd already talked about this moment. Rehearsed it. We're doing just immediate family this year, Mom said. Her voice was light, casual. The way you'd mention you're out of milk. I looked at the table again. Immediate family, I repeated slowly. Uncle Rick's here. Aunt Diane. Who's Kennedy? Troy's sister. Paige jumped in. Too fast. She's visiting from Milwaukee. We didn't want her to be alone on Thanksgiving. Let me make sure I understood this correctly. Troy. A man who'd been in this family for 9 months. His sister. A woman I'd never met. Never heard of. From another state entirely. They both got seats at the table. I didn't. The turkey was getting heavy in my arms. I could feel the heat through the dish towel I'd wrapped around the pan. It's not personal, Mom added, like that made it better. We just wanted something smaller, more intimate. Intimate. 7 people was intimate. 8 was too many, apparently. I looked at Paige. She wouldn't meet my eyes. Looked at Mom. She was already turning back toward the kitchen, and that's when I understood. They'd talked about this. Decided together. Probably over the phone, or maybe during one of those coffee dates Mom and Paige had every week. The ones I was never invited to but always heard about later. They'd discussed whether to include me, and decided not to. I set the turkey down on the entry table, carefully, like it was made of glass instead of 23 pounds of bird I'd woken up at 5 a.m. to finish. Got it, I said. Mom's face flickered. Just for a second. Clara, don't be like that. I'm not being like anything. I'll just grab my things and head out. I walked back to my car, opened the trunk. The gifts were still there. The wallet with Dad's initials, the headphones, the mixer, the pies. I closed the trunk. Nobody followed me out. Not Dad, not Paige, not even Mom to explain, to soften it, to pretend she cared that her daughter was leaving. The front door stayed shut. I sat in my car for 5 minutes, engine running, heat blasting. Through the front window, I could see them moving around inside. Kennedy, Troy's sister, laughing at something Dad said. Paige adjusting the place cards. Mom bringing out a platter. My family, having Thanksgiving. Without me. What would you have done right then? Walked away? Or demanded an explanation? Drop your answer in the comments. I put the car in drive. I didn't yell. Didn't cry. Didn't knock on the door and ask for the folding chair I knew was in their hall closet. I just knew. I knew exactly what I was to them. And by midnight, they'd know exactly what they'd lost. The drive back to my apartment took 22 minutes. I didn't turn on the radio, just listened to the heater blow and watched frost creep further across my windshield. My place is downtown. Warehouse district. Brick walls, high ceilings, big windows that look out over the city. It's quiet, honest, entirely mine. I unloaded the turkey first, put it in the fridge still in the roasting pan, then the pies. They lined up on my counter like soldiers nobody called to duty. 4 hours of work, $70 in ingredients. For nothing. I poured a glass of water, stood at the window. The city looked cold, sharp, the kind of cold that makes everything hurt. Then I opened my laptop. Bank of America, auto pay settings, Paige's car loan, $517, pulled from my account every 15th of the month. 6 months so far. $3,102 total. I clicked Cancel Recurring Payment. Venmo. Scheduled transfers. Mom and Dad. $250 on the first of every month. Groceries, they said. Been going since June. 6 months. $1,500. Canceled. Shared accounts. Netflix. Hulu. Spotify. Amazon Prime. The whole family had been using my logins for 3 years. Mom watched her crime shows. Dad streamed his sports. Paige binged everything. I changed every password, logged out all devices. Then I sat back and looked at the numbers on my screen. Dad's mortgage. 3 months. $4,200. Mom's dental surgery. $3,600. Paige's emergency root canal last August. $400. Gas money. Birthday gifts. The emergency vet bill when their dog ate chocolate. The calculator on my phone kept climbing. $15,400. 2 years of being the person they called when things went wrong. 2 years of showing up. And today, there wasn't a chair for me. I wasn't being cruel. I was just stopping being convenient. My phone stayed quiet until 9:47. Then it started. Paige. WTF, Clara. The car payment didn't go through. Paige. I got a notice from the bank. Paige. Call me Mom. Clara. Honey, what's going on with Venmo? Mom. The grocery money didn't transfer. Mom. This isn't funny. Paige. Netflix says password is wrong? Paige. Are you seriously doing this over one dinner? Dad. Your mother is very upset. Call her. Dad. This is childish. Mom. You're being selfish. There it was. The word they'd been using since I was 16 and didn't want to babysit Paige every weekend for free. The word that meant, you're not doing what we want. I didn't respond. Just watched the messages pile up. 38 by midnight. Not one of them said sorry. Not one said we were wrong. They only cared when the money stopped. The pounding started at 8:13 Friday morning. Black Friday. The day people camp out for deals they don't need. I knew it was them before I looked through the peephole. I made coffee first. French press. Took my time. Let them knock 3 more times. When I finally opened the door, Mom pushed past me without asking. Paige followed, both in winter coats, faces red, from cold or anger, hard to tell. I closed the door, leaned against it. What did you do? Mom's voice was sharp. I stopped paying for things that aren't my responsibility. Your responsibility? Her voice went higher. We're family. You help family. Like you helped me yesterday? I asked. When you gave my seat to a stranger? Kennedy's not a stranger, she's Troy's sister. I've never met her. Paige flinched. You're making this bigger than it is. Am I? I walked to my laptop. Still open from last night. Banking app still up. I turned the screen toward them. June 17th. $250. Groceries. June 15th. $517. Car payment. July 2nd. $250. Groceries. July 15th. $517. Car payment. August 9th. $400. Paige's emergency root canal. August 15th. $517. Car. We get it. Paige snapped. Do you? I asked. Because yesterday I wasn't immediate family. But my money was. Mom's face changed into something I'd seen before but never wanted to name. Clara. Her voice went soft. Dangerous soft. You're 31 years old. You have a good job. No husband, no children, no responsibilities except yourself. Paige is building a life, getting married. She needs help right now. There it was. The thing they'd been thinking. Maybe always thinking. No husband meant no real family. No kids meant no real obligations. Had money meant I had a duty to give it. I wasn't a daughter. I was a resource. So let me make sure I understand, I said slowly. Because I'm single, I owe you. Because Paige is engaged, she doesn't. Is that the math? Mom's jaw tightened. That's not what I'm saying. Then what are you saying? Silence. Paige looked at the floor. Mom looked at Paige. And I realized they'd had this conversation before. About me, about what I owed them, about how much they could take before I noticed. I just was never in the room for it. You'll regret this, Mom said finally. When you need us someday. I looked at her. Really looked. If that day comes, Mom, I hope you answer the door. The way I always did for you. They left 5 minutes later. No apology. No acknowledgement. Just threats about how I'd be sorry. The door closed behind them. I stood there, coffee getting cold in my hand. When Mom said no husband, no kids, so you should support them, was that the moment you would have snapped? Or stayed calm like Clara? Drop your thoughts below. I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. 4 days passed. The Tuesday after Thanksgiving, I worked from home, answered emails, sat through video calls. The silence felt good, clean. I thought it was over. Then my phone buzzed. A text from a number I had saved but never expected to see. Troy. We'd never texted before, never had a reason to. Hey Clara, I don't know if I should send this, but you should probably hear it. One attachment. Audio file, 2 minutes, 47 seconds. I stared at it for a full minute before pressing play. At first, just background noise, silverware clinking against plates, football game murmuring from somewhere, glasses being set down, the comfortable sounds of people eating together, then voices. Uncle Rick. So where's the other sister? Clara? Mom, laughing. Oh, she's probably at home being dramatic about the whole thing. My stomach dropped. Paige. She'll get over it. She always does. Just needs to feel like a victim for a few days. Aunt Diane. I don't understand why she's so sensitive. It was just one dinner. Dad. At least we can have a holiday without one of her lectures about boundaries or whatever she's reading about now. Laughter. Multiple people. Comfortable. Easy. Like I was the punchline to a joke I didn't know they'd been telling. Troy. Uncomfortable. You know she can probably hear some of this from outside, right? Pause. Forks stopped moving. Paige. Quieter. She already left, Troy. Relax. Mom. Besides, Clara knows we love her. She takes everything so personally. Always has. Kennedy, confused. Wait, this is the sister who's paying for Paige's car? Longer pause. Very quiet. Paige, defensive. She offered. Kennedy. And she wasn't invited to Thanksgiving? Uncle Rick, cutting in. It's complicated, Kennedy. You don't know the whole... The recording cut off. I sat there, phone in my hand, didn't move. Then I pressed play again. And again. Not because I didn't believe it, but because I needed to memorize it. Every word, every inflection. Mom laughing when she called me dramatic. Paige lying to Kennedy's face about me offering to pay for her car. Dad relieved I wasn't there. They felt no guilt. Just annoyance that I'd reacted. Another text from Troy. I recorded it because it felt wrong. Told Paige after that it was messed up. We've been fighting about it since. I'm staying at a hotel right now. Thought you deserved to know who they really are. I forwarded the recording to 3 different email accounts. backed it up to 2 cloud drives, saved it to an external hard drive I kept in my desk drawer. Not to use against them, just to have proof. Proof I wasn't crazy. Proof I wasn't overreacting. Proof that the family I'd been supporting for 2 years didn't just exclude me. They mocked me for caring. Team Troy or Team Paige? Drop a 1 or 2 in the comments. I'm genuinely curious where you all stand. I saved that recording like evidence. Turns out I'd need it sooner than I thought. Thanksgiving passed. December came with snow that actually stuck this time. January arrived cold and quiet. Radio silence from all of them. No texts, no calls, no guilt trips, just peace. For the first time in 2 years, I didn't wake up wondering who needed money or what emergency I'd be funding. My bank account stayed steady, grew even. I started sleeping better. Then, January 19th happened. My phone rang. Paige. I stared at it. Let it ring out. One new voicemail. I waited until I'd finished my coffee before listening. Clara, it's me. Look, I need to talk to you. The wedding's in April and we're over budget. Like, significantly. Troy's hours got cut and we already paid deposits and I need help. Please, call me back. No, I'm sorry. No, we were wrong. Just a request for money. The next day, she called again. I declined it. The day after, Mom called. That evening, Dad. Then the texts started. Mom, your sister needs you. Dad. This is what family does, Paige. Don't let pride ruin her wedding day pride. As if refusing to fund the wedding of someone who'd called me dramatic, who'd lied about me offering to pay for her car, who'd laughed about me with the whole family, as if that was about pride. Not self-preservation, not dignity, not self-respect. Pride. I blocked all 3 numbers. No explanation, no argument, no justifying myself or defending my choices. Just silence. The most powerful response I'd ever given them. I didn't burn the bridge. I just stopped maintaining it. But I should have known it wouldn't end there. People who've been taking from you don't stop just because you say no. They just get louder. February 4th. 11:47 in the morning. I was in a quarterly planning meeting. Marketing strategy for Q2. Presentation slides. Coffee getting cold. My office phone rang. The front desk. Clara, there's a woman here to see you. Says she's your mother? My stomach dropped. I excused myself. Walked to the lobby. And there she was. Mom. Standing in the middle of my sleek downtown office, wool coat, mascara slightly smudged like she'd been crying, or wanted me to think she had. In front of my colleagues, my boss, the receptionist, public pressure. That's what this was. We need to talk, she said. Not here. Not now. Not like this. I led her to a glass conference room, closed the door, kept my voice level. You can't come to my workplace, Mom. You blocked my number. What was I supposed to do? Respect my boundary. She laughed. Sharp. Bitter. Boundary. That word again. Do you know how much that word has cost this family? I sat down, folded my hands on the table. How much? I asked. Give me a number. She blinked. What? You said it's cost the family. How much? Give me a number. Her mouth opened, closed. Because I can give you mine, I said. 4,000? 200 for the mortgage, 3,600 for your dental work, 3,102 for Paige's car so far, 1,500 for groceries, 6 months at $250 each, 400 for Paige's root canal, plus subscriptions for 3 years, Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, gas money when Dad's car broke down, the emergency vet bill for your dog. We're at about $15,400, Mom. That's what my boundaries cost your family. So tell me, what did your love cost me? She stared. No answer. Numbers don't lie. Paige is getting married. she finally said. She needs $4,000 for the venue balance. And you're going to let her wedding fall apart over what? Being left out of one dinner? No, I said quietly. I'm going to let her wedding be her responsibility, like mine would have been. If I'd ever gotten engaged, if anyone had ever cared enough to help me the way I helped all of you. You've never asked for help. You never offered. Because you always act like you have everything figured out. Like you're better than us. I don't think I'm better than you, Mom. I just stopped thinking I'm less. She stood, grabbed her purse. You're going to regret this, Clara. When you're alone at 40, 50, 60, when you need us and we're not there, you'll regret this. I looked up at her. If that day comes, Mom, I hope you answer the door, the way I always did for you. She left without another word. I sat in that conference room alone, hands shaking, not from fear, from relief. If you were Clara, would you have given them the $4,000, or held your ground like she did? Honest answers only. Comment below. April came. Minnesota thawed. The wedding happened. I know because Paige sent a Facebook invite I never opened. I know because Mom posted 43 photos I didn't look at. I know because Paige's Instagram stories kept showing up before I muted her account. Life continued, in parallel, like we lived in different worlds that used to overlap but didn't anymore. Then July arrived. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. For what it's worth, you were right. About all of it. Paige and I split 2 months after the wedding. Turns out when someone uses everyone around them, eventually they run out of people. Hope you're doing okay? Troy. From a new phone. I typed back. I am. Hope you are too. Brief, clean, final. He didn't respond. Didn't need to. The pattern was clear now. I wasn't special. I was just first. Troy had been next in line. After me. After my money stopped, she needed someone else to carry the weight. And when he finally said no, when he stood up for himself about the recording, about the lies, about the money, she was done with him too. That's what people like Paige do. They don't change. They just find new targets. And Troy, to his credit, he got out. He saw it. He named it. He left. Some families are built on love. Others are built on who's willing to pay to stay in them. I'd spent $15,400 learning which kind mine was. And honestly, best investment I ever made. Because now I knew. Not suspected. Not worried. Knew. The recording proved they mocked me. The blocked numbers proved they only cared about money. The workplace ambush proved they'd violate any boundary to get what they wanted. And Troy's message proved it wasn't just me. It was a pattern, a system, and I'd been funding it for 2 years. But not anymore. November came around again. Same cold, same frost on the windows. Completely different life. This year I hosted Friendsgiving at my apartment. 6 people, chosen family. They'd texted 2 weeks ahead asking what to bring. Everyone showed up with something. Homemade mac and cheese, roasted vegetables, wine, dessert. I made place cards, hand-wrote each name, including my own. We ate, laughed, told stories. Nobody called me dramatic. Nobody said I owed them anything. Nobody measured my worth in dollars. We just enjoyed each other. Then everyone went home full. Simple, clean, honest. There'd been minimal contact attempts over the year. Dad sent an email in September. Subject line, "Can we talk?" I saw the notification, didn't open it, marked it unread. Left it sitting there. Maybe someday I'll read it. Maybe not. Right now, silence feels better than anything they ever said. Mom sent a birthday card, just the card. Drugstore generic. No note, no apology, just her signature. Mom. I keep it in a drawer I never open. Not out of sentiment, out of documentation. Paige sends friend requests every few months on Facebook. Paige sent you a friend request. Decline. 3 months later. Same request. Decline. Not out of spite, out of clarity. Some bridges don't burn. They just stop being maintained. And eventually, they're too far to cross back. My new family, the one I'm building, is made of people who show up, who listen without keeping score, who don't measure love in dollar signs, who don't need me to be smaller to fit, who celebrate my successes instead of resenting them. And the peace I feel now isn't triumph, isn't revenge, isn't vindication. It's just clean, sudden space where obligation used to be. Permission to be myself. Room to breathe. For the first time in my life. Last year, I made a turkey for a family who rejected me. This year, I hosted a potluck with friends who chose me. Last year, 7 place settings. None for me. This year, 6 place settings. 1 with my name on it. Here's what I learned. Financial abuse hides behind family obligation. Silence can be more powerful than confrontation. Evidence validates what your gut already knew. Boundaries aren't cruel, they're necessary for survival. Some relationships cost more than they're worth. You can't fix people who don't think they're broken. And love without reciprocity? That's just exploitation with better marketing. My warehouse district apartment is still quiet, but now it's peaceful quiet, not lonely quiet. I save turkey recipes for friends who appreciate them, buy gifts for people who reciprocate, invest money in my own future, retirement account, emergency fund, travel savings. My bank account grows instead of drains, and I finally understand the truth. I wasn't the black sheep. I was the cash cow. And the day I stopped producing milk, they stopped pretending I was part of the herd. If you've ever been the family ATM, the scapegoat, the one who gives until there's nothing left and still gets told you're selfish, you're not alone. This happened to me. This might be happening to you right now. This channel is for people who are done shrinking themselves to make toxic people comfortable. We talk about boundaries, betrayal, and the moment you finally choose yourself. Real stories, real consequences. No fairy tale endings, just honest ones. If that resonates, please subscribe. So here's my question for you. Did Clara go too far or not far enough? Drop a 1 if you think she was right. Drop a 2 if you think she should have given them another chance. Should she have answered Dad's email? Or is silence the only response some people deserve? Honest thoughts only. And if you've got a story like Clara's, if you've been the family bank and finally closed the account, share it below. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. This community sees you. We've been where you are. Because here's the truth. Family is supposed to be ballast, not a burden. They're supposed to steady you when life gets rocky, not be the storm you're drowning in. Don't let anyone convince you that bleeding yourself dry is the same thing as love. I'm standing at my apartment window now. Minneapolis skyline at dusk, coffee in my hand. The 4th pie I made this year sits on my counter. This one's for me. I'm smiling. Not because I won, because I'm finally free.